Yeah, yeah. Fresh out the cell with a plan and a boo. Ain't clip beeping, but my heart's beating for you. Let's go. Met her on a prison pen pal site. She said you cute even in that orange light. Now I'm home and I'm free, kinda on probation. She picked me up in a Prius, pure elation. Got a teardrop tat and a heart full of dreams. She brought cupcakes and some government cheese. I said, girl, you a snack, maybe even a feast. She said, you just hungry cause you live with the beast. Love after lockup, wild and free. Got no keys, but she got the key to me. From yard time to FaceTime, look at us glow. From prison phone calls to reality show. Love after lockup, we don't play. Tinder got nothing on JPay. I did my time, now I'm doing hers. Doing laundry and love, both in spurts.
Hello and welcome back to another episode of Love After Lockup Lockdown, where we are covering Season 2, Episode 43. As always, you can find us in our Facebook group and on Instagram at Love After Lockup Lockdown. I'm Jennifer.
And I'm Lisa.
And this week we're covering Season 2, Episode 43. This is an episode of Life After Lockup titled Between Rock and a Hard Place. Lisa, how are you?
I'm doing good. How are you?
Fantastic.
So you said thank you to me for running the Facebook group, or at least being the person people talk to in the Facebook group, because you help with that as well, approving and disapproving. But I wanted to say that Jen is our editor, and it takes her a lot of effort to edit all of our snorting and our coughing and our clearing our throats and saying, did you already say that? So we just want to thank her for that. And we also want to thank our amazing Facebook group members. You never fail to keep us laughing. And we just love that everyone posts all the old content from the seasons past, because some other groups frown upon that, but we encourage it. And I feel like it's one of the things that keeps our group so engaged and keeps it growing, because we do go back, and which gives you like unlimited content, because there's like a million episodes of this show.
Right. And a lot of people have just found the show. Not everybody's been here since the very beginning.
Exactly. I remember being excited about 5,000 members in our group, and now we're at 67,000, which is actually nuts. But what do you think we should do when we reach the 100K mark?
It's a good question. I think that our listeners should email us and let us know what they think.
Absolutely. We'll also ask on the Facebook group as we near that. We're a little ways away yet, but I know we'll get there.
Well, this week we start with Megan, Michael, and Sarah, and we pick up basically where we left off. Rock tells Michael that one thing led to another with him and Megan, and they had sex.
That fight ended pretty damn quickly. It's just like, I thought we were going to get like this massive fight. I don't know. He just whacks him in the face and it ends, and then they're walking in the hotel together. It's like, what is happening?
They just have a little chat. Yeah, he like shoves his head, and then they're like, anyway.
I know. It was really weird. I was like, all right, we're going to get a big throwdown. Nope.
Definitely not. So Michael tells Rock that he's never fucked with or talked to any of Rock's bitches. That's how he phrases it.
I find that really hard to believe. What he means to say is that Rock has never found out about any of it.
Or he's never had the opportunity to do it. Not that he wouldn't do it. He's just never had the opportunity.
Maybe, yeah. And that might be what is making Michael so jealous, is because Rock could pull one of Michael's girls, but Michael could never pull one of Rock's girls. Who knows?
Oh. So he tells Rock that the shit that he did was flawed, and he asks him if he's trying to be with Megan. And it seems like Rock kind of has a thing for Megan, right?
I think that he definitely does. And they are going to literally go and confront her together. And we just see them walking in, and Rock says, like, I can't help the way that I feel about Megan. I'm like, I really hope the show isn't making this shit up, that this was real, because it kind of felt like fake in a little
It did feel fake.
bit of a way. Yeah. Who knows?
Michael mentioned that Rock is his closest friend and that they used to sell drugs together.
I missed that. I did not hear that. I did not write that down.
They're tight. So Rock tells Megan that he's told Michael everything, but at the end of the day, he can't help how he feels about her. She's still like, she just keeps deny.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and then she acts like very, very disinterested in Rock, which I'm actually a little bit shocked at. We don't know if Rock's a player or not, but he kind of seems a little bit uh, loosely better than Michael. I don't know.
He's a handsome dude who seems to openly be willing to confess his love, or I mean, I guess we wouldn't call it love, but his I don't know. Pick a word.
Yeah,
That
something.
he likes her.
And he does call her a good woman and stuff. And I think Michael's done all that too, but we know that this is just so that he can get money from these girls. It is what he does so that they'll give him money.
He's so awful.
Megan basically turns him down and just is like, oh, it's a one-time thing. Because, and I feel only because Michael's come back into town here and into her life. That's what I'm feeling. It's only because of that.
Absolutely. And she's like, oh, it was just because I was feeling down that I was with you, and I was using you for comfort in the moment, which is a fucked up thing to say to somebody, especially since the person you lost your virginity to did the same thing to you, basically, or didn't even use you for that. He just used you because he wanted to get laid.
I know. So in turn, she just demolishes his best friend. It doesn't, that's not okay in any way. You hurt me, so therefore I'm going to hurt your best friend. Okay. Because
Michael must have a golden dick, dude. I mean, like, why else are all of these women so head over heels for him?
and the way that he talks, it's like I can't even imagine being wooed by this guy. He's like monotone. He's like, yeah, girl, I really love you. You're the most beautiful thing in the world. You're my lady. Who's falling for this?
I want to see you in that swimsuit.
Oh.
Yeah. Yeah.
You want to see my new baby? Here's my new baby with my wife.
Michael confronts her and says, listen, I know that this was an ongoing thing between the two of you. And Rock's like, it wasn't a one-time thing. And she goes, it was a one-time thing. So you didn't do it, but then if you did do it, it was only a one-time thing.
Hey, did you mention that you can hear the producers ask her about whether or not she had sex with Michael, and she's answering because they're like, "Hey, did you do this or didn't you?"
Right. And she says it's not true. It never happened. She never had sex with Rock. Michael is the only man she's ever had sex with.
Why would his best friend risk losing his best friend over a lie? Why would he lie about this? It
Why
doesn't
would
make any
he
sense.
lie? Exactly. Why would he lie about that? It doesn't make sense. Like, he could have lied about a bunch of things, but why you ruin your friendship over a lie? What's the benefit of it?
Nothing. Yeah.
So Rock says to Megan, he goes, I was just there because he wasn't. And Megan and Michael both go, yep.
Megan tells Michael that she doesn't want to keep dwelling on the past. And Michael, the only reason why Michael keeps bringing up the past is because he wants to make it look like he's not a bad guy for all of the way worse things he's done so far to Megan.
Right.
That's it.
He's super innocent.
Mm-hmm.
Well, Rock sees himself out of the hotel and he says, obviously, she wasn't feeling me like I was feeling her. And so it's just left to Megan and Michael in the room by themselves.
Mm-hmm. Michael says, well, we can't just go through each other's phones. No, because if she did, she'd find out everything that you're all about. That's why.
And you don't care what's in her phone, if we're
That's
honest.
what it was. I know that, and that's the thing. I don't know if he actually cares about what's in Megan's phone. She could be messing with anyone as long as it's not his best friend, apparently.
Yeah, he tells Megan that she fucked up and she apologizes to him. And then he tells us that he does believe that her and Rock did have sex. I do too.
Yeah, they're beating a dead horse though, because Michael keeps going back like a million times on this Rock thing. It keeps going back on it and back on it and back on it. It's like, where are we getting with this? And then, I mean, you had a whole baby with your wife that Megan didn't know you actually had. She knew you had the baby. She didn't know you had a whole wife.
Right.
I mean, she knew Sarah existed, but you married Sarah. You married a woman while you were dating her.
Which is crazy.
What's bigger than that? Nothing. Nothing.
She asks Michael if there are other women in his phone that he talks to, and he says there are other females that he talks to, which I was kind of surprised that he admitted it at all because he is not known for being honest.
I was surprised at that too. I didn't know why he actually was honest. And the fact that Megan actually asked that question, it just proves her to be a dummy. You know that there are other women in his phone, or you wouldn't have to ask that question. You know.
But her follow-up question was fair when she asks him, she says, how are you supposed to build something with me when you've got pieces of you everywhere else? And that's a
Mhm.
totally fair question.
Yeah, in more ways than one. He's got babies, he's got wives, he's got women, he's got all this stuff all around.
Everything that does not say monogamy.
Yeah. He says, I got married, but I don't like what you did with my homeboy. What?
He's
Like, I'm putting this on a t-shirt. I got married, but I don't like what you did with my homeboy. Okay.
It's so ridiculous. He said he needs a woman who is loyal. For what, man? You have Sarah. You have a loyal woman.
No, I wrote what? Like your wife?
Right. Exactly. And he asks Megan if she's interested in the future, no matter what the future is. And she says, yes. But then she says, how can you ask me that? Because our future could look like us getting back together and then you just continuing to cheat.
Mhm. Yeah, absolutely. That is just what her life would be, and she better wake up soon. Megan then says, if Michael can't be monogamous with me, it's over. I doubt it. I doubt it. I don't believe her.
Yeah. I think that, I don't know. There's so many things that he's done and she didn't leave that it's hard to say that she'll ever end it.
Yeah, exactly.
And they cut that scene with her leaving him at the hotel. Next, Angela and Tony is sleeping in the back seat of her car, and he wakes up and says, it is hot.
I hope that he actually slept in that car. I mean, we just production just happens to be there, and Tony's just climbing out of the back of the car. Come on. I really hope, Angela, now that you're in our Facebook group, and if you listen to the podcast, I really hope that you made him actually sleep.
She seemed pissed, man. Like, I know that they end up getting married, but at this point in time, I really, like, she was pissed. Not enough.
I know. I just, because she does give in a little bit. Like, okay, so he goes to the house and he knocks on the door, and Angela's like peering through the blinds, and she's like calling him a stupid idiot.
It was so funny. He says last night was a crazy night because she confronted him about cheating on her.
Mm-hmm. He, I, oh, this pissed me off when he started saying, this is my house too, this is my parole address. What? This is not your house. Stop it. That is her house. She bought that house. That is not your house. It's your house vicariously. That is not your house.
I mean, it was your house, but it is not your house. You can't tell her you're not going to leave. Do you know how quick she could have violated him? Like, she could have called his parole officer and he would have been back in prison for legitimate stuff that he was doing. It's not like she would have called and lied on him. She could have just said, hey, this is the shit that he is doing that is illegal, that he should not be doing. And he would not have her parole address anymore.
Exactly. I mean, prostitutes are illegal. It is illegal to solicit sex from a prostitute. That is breaking his parole. It is a crime. She could have him put away.
I'm sure he was around drugs and other crimes took place.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
So she answers the door and he says, "Can we talk?" And she tells him she doesn't want him to stay there anymore. And I believed her when she said it this time, even though I know it's not the way it stays.
Hmm. Yeah. And then he does what he always does. He tells her that he loves her, which is he just knows how to schmooze her to turn her around. She says, I wasn't on your mind when you were hanging out with tricks in motels. It's a valid point. I mean, he loves her so much that he can go and hide behind her back and have um very dangerous sexual activity with prostitutes in motels. Okay. You love her that much, right?
He tells her that it's really hot and he just wants to come inside and shower and brush his teeth. At this point, she should have said, "Go fuck yourself, Moist Tony."
Mhm. That when he says, "Oh, I'm really trying." You are not. What has he
How?
done that has proven that he's trying? What is he trying?
Anything. What is one thing you have done to better yourself?
He's done nothing but shit this entire time. He has done awful, awful shits.
He's never done right by her.
No, from the very start. She says, I'm tired of fixing your problems. And I basically, okay, you can come in and you can shower and stuff, but when I get home at 5, be gone. I would have like not let him stay in the house and hang around.
Exactly. Yes, you can come in if I'm going to be here, but you're not coming into my house when I'm not here. And she just trusts him. He could have stolen everything. There's so many things he could have done. But he just
Absolutely.
tells her, "Have a great day at work. I love you."
Oh my gosh. Just such a gaslighter. Um, and she's driving. She says, I don't know if letting Tony back in the house was the right thing to do. Angela, you know that it was not the right thing to do. And then in the next breath, she's like, he's full of shit. Yes, exactly. He is.
Here's I think very telling statement. She says he's not capable of functioning in the free world by himself. That's what she thinks of him. So she thinks she needs to save him by helping him when she's the only one investing in the relationship.
She's just basically treating him like as if he's helpless. And but you're a grown man. You know what I mean? You're a grown man.
Exactly. He needs to be
Mhm.
capable of taking care of himself. How is he going to take care of her or contribute to the relationship if he's not even capable of taking care of himself?
Exactly.
Next up, Lacey, John, and Shane. And Shane's friend tells him he can handle what he's up against and just be strong, and drops him off after their time out with drinks.
Hmm. He doesn't know if she's been with John, but he's like, I love her and I just hope it works out. That's better than I would be acting at this point. Well, she might be with her ex, but I don't know. Hopefully it works out.
So he gets home and finds out that she's not even there. And he says it puts him a little on edge and he's worried, but he loves her and he wants to work things out with her.
Hmm.
I feel like the biggest risk to him is just going back to prison, making a bad decision and going back to prison.
Yeah, he really does not want to go back to prison. I mean, he was a kid when he went, and I don't blame him. I mean, I don't blame anyone for not wanting to go back to prison, but for him, I mean, he literally got lucky and he's still young. He
Right.
still has so much life to go. So I would definitely not go. I would be doing everything in my power too to not go back. So he tells Lacey, he's like, I'm sorry and I really love you. But why is he telling her I'm sorry? What did he do besides find out her lying and doing shit behind his back?
Okay. He really I'm not going to say he overreacted. The way that he went outside and was screaming in front of the neighbors was out of line. That's something that I think is okay to apologize for.
Hmm.
But if she wasn't lying, he wouldn't have had to find anything like that. But I mean, nonetheless, you shouldn't be screaming outside your brand new house. That's not a good look.
No, definitely not. But let's not act as if like Lacey probably hasn't or won't or in the future start these arguments where they're screaming outside too. She's definitely like this also. They both get amped up like that and start like being dramatic, you know? I don't think this is the last time they're gonna fight in front of the neighbor.
No, probably not. I would be embarrassed if I were her. I would be embarrassed that he's standing outside screaming like that.
Remember when she was in the parking lot of the Perkins or whatever that pancake house
Oh,
place was and
smacking
she's
him? Yeah,
screaming and smacking him?
I
Come
forgot
on.
about that. Yeah.
Yeah, because that wasn't embarrassing.
She tells him that John got arrested and he's gone. And Shane says, he's dead? And she goes, no, he went to prison. Shane hoped for a second.
He was literally hoping this dude was dead. It would have been better for his life if John was dead. So she says, you know, now you don't have to worry about it. He's in prison. He's gone for now.
That was really jumping the gun on it. Like, I get those are serious charges, but to just be like, he's gone forever. I mean, clearly he's not because he comes back.
Yeah, she doesn't even know. She has no idea what his charges are going to be. She's just like, assuming he's gone forever, like he did something that bad.
Well, they told her what his charges were.
He did, but he's I don't know. I don't know how he got out of this because he does come back.
She says that she's heartbroken that he's locked up again because she wants him to do better. I don't,
Mhm.
I just don't feel like her concern is for him. It's for herself. It's how this affects Lacey.
It 100%. She John is her fallback. Always her fallback. So if Shane doesn't work out, she needs this dude to be in her life still so she can run back to him like she always does, I guess. It's a vicious cycle. He goes to prison and he abandons her. She abandons him for other guys. Like it's like here we go.
It's a really unhealthy relationship.
It's worse than that.
So Shane asks her how long John is gone for, and she's like, he's just gone. He has no bond, and he's going to prison for a long time.
Okay. All this in just one night. She just knows all this.
She knows everything.
She says John loved drugs more than he loved me. That's probably one of the most intelligent statements I've ever heard from this woman. That's the way it is sometimes.
Unfortunately, I mean, it's like they say, it steals people's souls.
Mm-hmm.
She tells him they have to get better communication and they can't have a repeat of the night before or that night. And he says, oh, I understand. And I just hope that we'll be able to make this work because now he's out of the picture. Like, that's the only problem.
She says it's not healthy. None of what's going on right now is healthy. Not any of it is. None of it is.
And Shane tells us that he's glad John's locked up and he doesn't have to worry about him anymore.
I believe that that's probably how he actually feels.
Next up, Cheryl and Josh. And Cheryl calls Josh and tells him her car broke down and they towed it with all of her stuff in it. And she wants him to come get her.
Why did she let them take all of her stuff, though? Like, you have the option to take some of your stuff out of your car.
Man, this is Cheryl. What do you expect from her, really?
Like, it's not like getting repoed or you didn't get pulled over for like a DUI and they're taking all your shit and you can't remove any of it. Like, you could have taken like a bag of something or whatever.
They don't have a suitcase?
Yeah, she's just there with her son and they have nothing. Like, she took nothing out of the car. So weird.
1 minute. Like, she's been with Josh for 2 or 3 years. How long have they been together?
I think it's 2 or 3, like you said. I don't know exactly.
Her son is 3 years old.
Oh, I wonder if her kids are from different dads.
I don't know, but the timeline's a little hinky.
Yeah, it is. Oh, yeah. I hope this is not another Andrea
Andrea and
situation.
Lamar.
Yeah, closet time. she says, like, come get me. Josh decided to try to work it out with her because, again, he goes back to the fact that Cheryl's been so loyal to him and no other woman has ever been this loyal to him. You don't owe her anything, sir. If it's not right, it's not right.
Don't you think it's weird that she knows exactly where he is? Because he says something like, "Where are you?" And she goes, "I'm 3 miles from you. It'll take me 40 minutes to walk there." And he's like, "Why 40 minutes?" Because it's 3 miles, Josh, and she has a toddler. What the fuck? Just go get her.
He shouldn't even consider her walking with a toddler in the heat
Right? Him just,
ever.
come on, just walk over here.
And mom shouldn't. I mean, I know she hates Cheryl, but the kid, come on, she's got a kid with her.
Which is why I think she went. Otherwise, she probably would have told Cheryl to suck a big fat one.
Absolutely, she would have. There's no way she would have picked her up. So he tells her, "I am gonna go. I'm gonna come get you with my mom. My mom is driving," and of course Cheryl's like, "Oh, well, he can't drive to get you. His mom's got to take him. How's he gonna get there?"
He doesn't drive right now. So
He
what the
doesn't
fuck do you
drive.
think he's going to do? Pedal his bicycle?
Yeah, put her and her little son on the bike. Okay, whatever. She doesn't think. She's like doesn't think something's wrong.
Oh, we know that. He says he still loves Cheryl because she's always there for him more than anyone else. And here's where he qualifies in his life in the last few years. So he's not saying
Yeah.
ever. He's just saying, like, since I met her, she's been the one since then.
Probably because his family has been sick of his bullshit for all these years. This guy has done nothing but be a criminal for basically his entire life since he was a teenager. This is all his life has been.
Right.
Your family would get kind of sick of this after a while.
He tells Cheryl that they'll be there in 10 minutes. And then he goes into the laundromat to tell his mom that Cheryl broke down and they need to go pick her up. And he's like, "Let's go get her." His mom's like, "Let's go get her."
Yeah, and he's like, well, because she has her son and it's hot out and blah, blah, blah.
He says that they're a couple and they have to find a way to have some alone time, especially now that his mom has to drive them both around with her car out of commission.
Cheryl says that being away from Josh was horrible. You guys broke up and now being away from him is horrible. Okay. Mom says that I think that this relationship will be done in a month.
Right. One of the things they were doing, though, like when they go and pick them up, Josh and Cheryl are making out in front of his mom, and not like a little bit. It was way over the top kind of shit. Like, say that you're going back to the house, go in the room and make out for however long you want. You know what I mean? But don't do it in front of your mom who fucking hates her.
It's just so weird though. I don't know if I would ever make out with anyone, even as a full-blown adult, in front of my parents.
What's
I
the
wouldn't
need?
expect my children to not do that either.
Right.
Weird.
I think it's fucking weird.
It's definitely weird.
Like a kiss or two is fine, but this was so
Yeah,
over the top.
gross. Mom says, "Are you guys going to find a place to live? Because I don't want you here." And Cheryl says, "Well, hopefully we'll find a house, but an apartment will do." Okay.
With what fucking money, man? Where are you getting the money to do this?
I don't know. Why when is she going to talk about bringing her other children to live with them?
I don't think she is.
What? Like, when is this happening? Like, she's just abandoning her two kids.
Well, that's the way they
Crazy.
sure make it appear that she gave her daughters to her parents and took her
That's
son.
oh, this
His
woman.
mom asks her, though, like, "Are you planning on staying with me for a few days then?" And Cheryl goes, "Yeah." And then she goes, "I guess that's okay if it's only a few days." And he says, "Don't even trip. It's going to be fine unless the car costs a whole lot." And she goes, "Mm-mm, mm-mm, mm-mm."
Mhm. Yeah, she says 3 days and then out, and that is final. 3 days.
I don't blame her.
I'm gonna guess it's gonna be more than 3 days, just my guess.
And Cheryl will use her son to get his mom to allow her to stay there.
Yeah.
But this bitch says that Tina, Josh's mom's presence kind of disgusts her, but she's going to smile until she can get out of Tina's house, and then she'll tell her how she really feels. She is letting you stay with her, and you are calling her names.
Cheryl is a terrible person.
She
She's
is.
a terrible person.
Next, Clint and Tracy. Clint pulls up to his parents' house, and his mom comes out to greet him.
And he looks like shit again. And he says, I've got bad news about Tracy. He says, and mom's like, well, what? And he says, well, there's only two places that can keep us apart, death or jail. And immediately mom's like, jail.
Right. Did you notice their wiener dog was named Bandit?
Yes, I did. And it was so cute. That was the first thing I did. I said, oh, Bandit. And I really, really want one of those dogs.
So mom asks him what happened and how Tracy got arrested. And he says, well, they found meth on her. And his mom says, I don't understand. She said she was going to get clean, and I believed her. And she just starts crying and says, I trusted her and I believed her and I cared about her. And I'm so disappointed. And you can tell she is. I mean, she is so hurt that this happened.
Yeah, because mom decided that she was going to accept her and she just basically proved her wrong, I guess. She had high hopes, it just didn't happen. And then mom says that it breaks her heart for her son and for Tracy.
She tells him that he's going to be wasting his life if he stays with her. And that's when his dad walks in.
Yeah, he just tells dad what happened and dad says this is the third time that she's been in jail since you met her. And like he's basically saying like red flag, dad, like don't you think? And he's like hitting his head and stuff. And Clint says, that's my goddess, that's my wife, and I really love her. And I hate when she's not around me. Well, she's not going to be.
So he tells his parents that he'd like to get her out of jail, and they both tell him that's a terrible idea.
Yeah. And Clint says the last thing that she needs is for me to give up on her. Okay, probably true, but you needed to get her real help. And like we've said, we have never seen anyone get help that walks out of that jail and was a drug abuser and an addict. They walk out thinking that love is going to solve all of their problems and they're never going to go back to their old life because they're in love now and they're getting married. She needed help.
Well, he's going to enable her or he's going to help her. And unfortunately, to this point, all he's done is enable her by allowing her a safe place to do drugs. He's enabling her to continue on with her addiction, unfortunately.
Mm-hmm.
He says that he would appreciate it if they would be supportive, and he doesn't want any kind of financial help. And his mom's like, nope, that's not how it works. And you can't have your cake and eat it too. You can't have everything you want, Clint.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and he's an adult. He's a full-blown adult. And yet his parents are still having to like parent him, which is it's not fair to them. It's not fair. At some point in your life, you shouldn't have to parent your grown child anymore. You can give them advice, but stop saving them. You don't have to keep saving them.
I think, like, as of today, they have told him that they are not going to support his antics, all over the place. That's what I heard. That happened, I think, a year or two ago. Could be more.
Yeah, good.
But Clint says he wants to find a way to spend time with her before she goes away. And his mom goes, then what? Like, what happens after that?
Hmm. And he says, I don't know what it's going to take, but I'm going to do it. I don't know what he's going to do.
I don't know what he's going to do either. He says he very much understands his parents' concern, but he doesn't know what it's going to take. And at this moment, he doesn't know what he's going to do.
Mm-hmm.
Next up, Brittany and Marcelino. And Brittany says they're going to have a party soon for the new baby. And her sister Nicole asks if she's excited. And she says, very.
I think this is going to be a gender reveal, right? I was trying to figure that out.
So that's what I was thinking too. At first, I thought it was going to be a shower, but it's got to be a gender reveal the way that she's talking.
Yeah, that's kind of what it seemed like. And Gio again says that Zoila is going to be mad if mom has another girl because it'll be another sister, and she's going to be upset if he plays with the other sister instead of her.
Right? So we find out that the reason that Brittany's youngest sister, Nicole, came to Las Vegas is to help Brittany's mom, or their mom, in her recovery.
Yeah. So she wants her mom there to help her, but mom seems to need help herself, which is, I'm like, you know, I don't know.
How much can you rely on somebody who is struggling themselves? Not that, I mean, how much should you rely on somebody who is already struggling?
Yeah.
She says she feels like she was cheated out of time with her little sisters because she ran away when she was 12 years old and then spent 7 years in prison.
hmm Yeah. Brittany wants to say a lot of stuff to her mom, and she wants to air everything out and just say basically everything that she's just been wanting to say. And of course, again, Marcelino is upset by this because he thinks that if Brittany gets upset about all this, upsets herself with this conversation with her mom, it's going to put a strain on the baby. It's not good for the baby. And he said this before.
Well, Nicole's concerned. Nicole wants to know if the conversation that Brittany's going to have is going to upset their mom. And Marcelino says he thinks it will upset her because she's not ready to have this conversation yet.
Yeah, so Nicole's worried about mom, Marcelino's worried about Brittany. Everybody's worried about this because this is not like normal stuff they're going to be talking about. They're going to be talking about super upsetting stuff.
Especially heinous.
Yeah.
But Nicole tells Brittany that their mom just moved there and that's already causing her a lot of stress. And maybe now isn't the best time for the conversation. But Brittany is insistent on this. She says it needs to be had and she wants some kind of closure for everything.
hmm she says that she's feeling upset and afraid, and she's going to divulge secrets of her past, but what she's going to say to her mom could potentially break her down because it's just that upsetting.
So Nicole says that Brittany didn't really have a dad and that she was neglected. But by the time that Nicole was born, her parents kind of had it together. So they didn't live the same kind of life growing up.
Yeah.
And Brittany tells us she's not going to let her mom play the victim role or run from the past. I guess this is kind of an issue that her mom has had with not wanting to face the consequences, I guess is what we call this.
Yeah, and she should at this point because they do want to start over. They want to start fresh. They want to be a family again. They do need to talk about this. She does need to be able to let her daughter say what she needs to say to her. I know it's going to be hard on her, and I know we all do stuff in our past that we will never forgive ourselves for, but you still need to know who you hurt and what it did to them.
Right. Marcelino says he wants the relationship between Brittany and her mom to be healthy, but how they get there is the tricky part.
hmm
Back to Megan, Michael, and Sarah, and Emmy and Sarah are going out, and Sarah asks Emmy if she looks like a MILF, and Emmy says, the hottest MILF I've ever seen.
This is such a good friend. She should keep this friend for life.
Right? I love Emmy.
Yeah, she's found such a great friend. That sometimes is like your saving grace in your life is everything is shit, but you have one person.
Raise your girls with Emmy. Fuck Michael. Like, Emmy's way
Yeah,
better. Have a
I
platonic
know.
a platonic relationship and raise your girls.
Yeah. So they cheers. They're at a bar. Blah blah blah. They sit down at the bar. They cheers to being single. Tonight is like girls' night. There no kids. The kids are at her parents' house. They're having a good time.
She says that her and Emmy have never been single at the same time, and she can't let Michael affect her life anymore.
hmm Yeah, she's out for the first time as a single woman. It feels great. She says she's done helping Michael pay for his phone and stuff. I hope she's telling the truth.
I hope so. She does say that when she first met him, she loved him as much as she loves her kids, but she's not that same Sarah anymore. And I wish that were true.
Yeah, she says instead of being a good dad, he's a gigolo. Oh, agree.
Right? No lies.
Hmm.
She says he picks insecure women and then puts them on a pedestal, and then they're basically paying him for that attention to make them feel good.
Yeah, that's hands down what he does. It's so shady. It's so shady. I mean, this dude doesn't want to work. He's a piece of shit. He doesn't want to work. He wants to prey on women to get them to pay his bills, give him a paycheck, basically. He just he's just waltzing through life, just dropping babies everywhere and being a piece of shit.
Yeah. And we know that these aren't his only two kids. Like, he has more children now.
Yeah, he didn't at the time, well, that we know of anyway, but
No
yeah,
side kids.
he does have his more now, and he has just gone down a path of self-destruction. This guy is just sinking deeper and deeper.
Oh, yeah. So a guy walks up and sits next to Sarah, and then he tells the bartender that he'll buy her drink.
Hmm. Yeah, the man's hitting on her. He says, "Well, you look good for," she tells him, "I just had a baby," and he says, "You look good for having a baby." And then Sarah says, "Well, I'm single, but I'm still married."
Yeah, but I mean, she did tell him, like, she is single, she's just legally married. And that would have been
Yeah,
fair.
she should have told him that. I mean, that is something valid. You should say that, I guess.
100%, yeah, because that it is a deal breaker for some people, and other people, they're just like, I understand that the legal system is slow or cash flow. I mean, like, there's a million reasons why somebody wouldn't be legally divorced at the time that you meet them. You can be separated for years before a divorce ever comes in play.
Yep.
Emmy says that Michael would be mad if he knew that Sarah was in a bar picking up a guy, but screw him. Here's the thing. I don't think Michael would give half a shit. I don't think Michael care at all.
No, he's already discarded Sarah, so he wouldn't. He's already discarded her. She's garbage. He does not care. Emmy is like excited that she feels like this guy that's sitting next to them, it could be a new love happening for Sarah. And then eventually they exchange phone numbers outside when they're ready to leave.
So he's standing there and he asks if he can get some love before she takes off, and they hug. And that was cute, I guess. And then he asked for a kiss. And I don't know, that just seemed weird. I was like, you guys just, I don't know. It just was icky to me.
It was, I don't, I wouldn't have done it. First of all, I barely know the person. He just bought me a drink. It didn't look like they spent a ton of time. I mean, I don't know how long they recorded for, but that's just gross. You just met the dude. You're not even on a date. It's
I don't know what
creepy.
it like. I don't care that she didn't know him and she kissed him. I just feel like they make these scenes so fucking gross. I don't know why. It's the
Yeah.
noise. Like they do that.
Ew, it's so gross.
It's
I can't.
so
It's like they want to be extra gross. They're like, how can we make this scene more gross than gross?
stop making these noises. But she says she hasn't kissed anyone before this since Michael, and she thinks that Michael would be pissed if he knew, but she can't care about such things anymore.
She wants to. She'd like to think he'd be pissed.
I just don't think so. I just don't think he cares.
Mm-mm.
She says all she knows is that she's moving forward and she will continue moving forward. Back to Lacey, John, and Shane, and Lacey's talking to her best friend Miranda and tells her that her and Shane got each other's names tattooed on them.
Uh-huh. Her friend says, and Lacey won't tell her where the tattoo is, and that Shane's picked the spot out.
Okay, here's the thing though. Isn't Lacey like an OnlyFans model or like a content
Yeah.
creator? Like, why does she care to tell her that she got tattooed on her pelvis? Like, who gives a shit? She could see, and Miranda could go look at her video.
I know. And she said pelvis, but we all know what she really meant. Not her pelvis. She was going to have John's name tattooed on her wrist, but she just got a J. But she got Shane's whole name on her vajayjay.
Well,
That's what she means to say.
I feel like that's something she regrets at this point.
Uh-huh. Because what do you cover that up with? A butterfly? A whale?
A whale, a dolphin. I feel like she's
A
a
dolphin.
dolphin.
Dolphins in the shape of a heart.
Back to Cheryl and Josh is laying on the bed and he says, "This bed squeaks a little bit. Maybe we should take the radio, put it by the door, and then just blast it because mom will have no idea what the fuck's happening then."
Oh, yeah. Okay. I'm starting to like get sick of Josh and Cheryl. They're starting to become my Daniel and Lizzie. I've had it with these two.
That's how I feel about Megan, Michael, and Sarah, man.
I like them better. I just can't. I'm so sick of Cheryl. Josh, I feel like okay, I want Josh with like someone else. I wish they would put someone else. Cause I was like, I feel like Josh could have done okay.
With Lizzie, Josh and Lizzie, that would have been a good couple.
What about Josh and Angela?
I can't see that. Like, I don't think there would be.
I don't think Josh is a MILF guy, you know? But I don't know. He needed someone else. I can do without Cheryl. Josh, I'm good with. I can't do with Cheryl. We talked about this. She moved to Colorado with her 3-year-old son. Where are her other 2 children? No one knows.
Michigan. They're in Michigan with her parents.
With her parents. She's just, who cares?
She says that she feels like her future with Josh is finally taking off. I guess.
Okay. She doesn't like that they have to stay with Tina, but she still feels very happy for now. For now, you just got here.
Literally just got there. So his mom asks what their plans are, and he says they're going to go eat and discuss their plans for the next few days. And he tells her that they're going to go see a realtor the next day to hopefully find a place to move out to.
Hmm. Yeah, he wants to try to get out of there. Mom says like this is all good. This is fine until someone gets mad and Cheryl's sitting there while mom's saying this, by
Yeah,
the way. She's like, "Oh, this is good until someone gets mad and says I'm moving back to Texas," and he says it's Michigan.
right. But then he tells his mom, he's like, "Oh, she'd be back if she left." Because that's the way to have a healthy relationship. Just bounce back and forth across this country.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and again, mom's like, I just don't think that you're gonna last.
His mom said that the back and forth isn't healthy, and she doesn't think that this is going to be any different from the last time.
Mm-hmm. So mom starts laying down some rules. She says, you guys got to pick up after yourselves. Don't expect me to cook. And that my boy better be home by 9 o'clock. And Cheryl's just like, oh, okay. She's just like, here I am, just dumbass Cheryl that doesn't know shit.
Because she needed to be a fucking bitch about it. You're staying at this woman's house with your kid.
Yeah. She's not arrogant. Because in order to be arrogant, you have to be smart. She's she's disrespectful in all parts of her life to everybody all the time.
Yeah. I don't know why she feels like she has the right to be disrespectful to everybody.
Everybody.
So he says the reason his mom and Cheryl don't get along is because they're so similar. They're both crazy and bossy, and they want you to do whatever they want. This is just things that annoy you about both of them. Like, they're not the same person by far.
Yeah. And it to be like, well, So my girlfriend, she's just as awful as my mom. Like, what? My mom's terrible, but you're just like my mom, so you're terrible too.
So let's get married.
At a castle, one that's better than your sister's.
He says that he's worried about living with Cheryl and her son for the first time, and his mom needs to cool her jets.
Yeah, and then he breaks it to her that they've got to borrow her car tomorrow to go look for these places to live, because otherwise, how are they going to get there?
Right. And mom says, 3 days. I'm not kidding. She means
hmm
that shit too. Back to Brittany and Marcelino, and Brittany is meeting her mom at the park.
hmm Now that her mom has moved to Vegas, she just has this stuff she's got to get off of her chest. And she's just trying to not focus on her fear because she really, really wants this closure.
And she tells her mom that she wants to show her what happened after she ran away. And her mom says she knew things weren't great, but and I'm like, okay, wait a minute. We're coming out the gate with some excuses here. Like, you did
hmm
leave your 12-year-old, like you left that hotel not knowing where your 12-year-old daughter was.
hmm Yeah, that's a lot to forgive for, let me tell you. She said, when I ran away, it's not like I had a place to live. I was homeless for a really long time as a child.
Right. She said that she felt like nobody cared about her. And then when she ran away, she met a man who heard what happened to her, and he used that against her because he knew that she was alone and there was nobody that was going to come looking for her.
hmm And this is where she divulges that the father of the first two children that she had, which she had to give up for adoption, when she was 12, he was 30 years old.
30. It's just disgusting.
hmm
She tells her mom that she got caught up with adults who knew she was a kid and they just wanted to get her high and use her to commit crimes.
Yeah. And then after all this was said and done, when this guy no longer needed her in his life anymore, he just basically threw her away. It was just like done.
Yeah.
And there's this child, like nothing, no life, nothing.
She said that she pleaded her case to the judge and told him what she had been through, and he also didn't care about her and sent her away to jail.
hmm Yeah. And so now her mom comes into the conversation here and kind of speaks her side, and she said that I didn't want to be like my mother. I wanted to be a better mom, but she said she was so young. Mm, I don't know how young. I don't know the answer. I don't know what does young mean? I don't know. It depends on what young means. If she was 16, okay, maybe. If she was 18, 19,
Even if she was 16, you know not to let your daughter take off and leave her.
exactly.
Like, there's no excuse.
Mhm.
So her mom says that she never thought anything like this would happen to her children.
Mhm. Brittany says that people just think she's trash and that she's useless because of the life she's lived so far. She's doing a amazing job at, at turning her world around, even at this point, and her life's only gotten better. So I'm guessing people look at her differently now.
I would think so.
Present day, yeah, present day.
I don't know that they thought this about her then either. It could be her interpretation of how people, I mean, we don't know though. It could definitely be the case.
I don't know, but she comes off as a very intelligent, well-spoken woman, though.
Right. So she shows her mom the field she used to sleep in, where she only had a sleeping bag. And her mom says that she's so sorry and that it never should have happened. I guess an apology that's extremely late is better than no apology at all.
Exactly. And she says that she wishes she could take her pain away, but she knows that she can't. I mean, but the best thing she could do to take her pain away, this is from me, is to be there now. Now be her mom in the and in the best way you can.
Try to start over, right? So Her mom says that things are going to get better, and Brittany says they have to. And that's true.
Yeah, she just wants to have peace in the family and just make good memories.
And they leave the field together holding hands. So I think that Brittany did find her closure.
Hmm.
Back to Angela and Tony, and Donna Faye shows up and knocks on the door.
Hmm. And Angela just comes out and says, I burned his stuff.
And Donna Faye says, "Good. Did he leave?" Angela goes, "No, he ended up sleeping in the car." And Donna Faye says, "It sounds like you're wimping out." And Angela's like, "Nah."
Hmm. Yeah, and then I mean, is her name Donna or is it Faye? She calls her Faye sometimes. Like, what is this?
Her
What's
name
her
is Donna
sister's name?
Faye.
Donna Faye. Okay. So she said, her sister says, like, what's next? Like your couch, your bed, because she knows her sister and she knows what's happening here. This is Tony inching his way back in, and Angela's gonna let it.
And Donna Faye says that she's disgusted with him and nothing good can come from him. He's going to do it again. It's just oozing out of him. And I was like, oozing out of Moist Tony is so accurate.
Ugh, he's oozing something. Ugh, so slimy. She says that her sister has her rose-colored glasses on, and she does for the most part. Right now, she doesn't, but she's gonna put them back on.
I don't know how that she can marry him after all of this happens because she seems like she's standing strong. But she does say that she was going to burn the rings that he gave her. I don't think that would do much good. But
No,
instead, she decided to put them back on. It is a disappointing development.
yeah, I don't know how you burn rings, but
I don't think it would do
whatever.
any good.
It would just be charred. It would still be a ring. So she says, like, is this what you want for the rest of your life? Like, Faye's just like, is this what you want? Like, look at yourself. Like, this is what you want for your life. And she's just like, you need to let him go for good and wake up. He is just using you.
Angela tells us she doesn't think she's in denial about anything, and she loves Tony, and she thinks he loves her too. The way he touches her always sucks her back in. Gross. Why would you want to be touched by wet Tony, moist Tony?
He's such a schlub. He's not even attractive in any way, shape, or form. He looks like a lump of clay. He's
On a hot day.
awful on a hot day with his red cheeks and oh god, he looks like he smells like bologna. I don't like it.
Dog water.
Hot dog water, something like ugh, ugh. When she said that she couldn't like she got to smell him, I'm like, you want to smell that thing? Ugh.
Oh, yeah. And then Donna Faye goes, "You're still in love with him after everything he's done to you?" And she says, "He really makes me laugh." And Donna Faye goes, "Did he make you laugh when you found out he was screwing around with hookers?" I love Donna Faye.
It's so valid though. It's so valid. She's like, why do you expect any more from this guy? Because like he hasn't shown you he's capable of anything but like just shitting on you.
Well, that's the thing, because Angela tells Donna Faye, she says, some people love to the best of their ability, and Tony gives all he can. And Donna Faye's like, okay, if you believe that, then why do you expect anything else out of him?
I know. She's like, well, I just can't turn my love off for Tony. And that love always wins.
Yeah, and Donna Faye goes, "That's a crock of shit."
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, okay, to Angela's credit, yeah, you can't just in one night be like, I don't love you anymore. Even, that's not how it works.
You may still love that person, but you can stand up for yourself and end the relationship still. That doesn't mean
Yeah.
it's not going to be hard.
Hmm.
And we wrap this week up with Megan, Michael, and Sarah. And Michael is brushing his teeth, and he gets a call from someone who is neither Sarah nor Megan.
And her name on the phone, he had her under lady.
Lady?
And can I just say one more thing? The It's so skeezy and disgusting that Michael refers to women as females.
It's
My
so weird.
females. It's so, I don't know why it sounds so damn degrading, but it just does.
He's something else. Everything he says is shitty. But this mystery woman tells him that she only worked out for an hour that day, and he asks if she's going to let him assist her when he comes down. And this mystery woman says yes. And this is the
Oh,
flirting we were talking about, this monotone, quote unquote, flirting.
it's so, like, I don't know what they're falling for. I don't know.
This lady's eating it up, though.
Oh, why? This guy, and he's okay, for all of us that watch this show, Michael is nothing to like brag about. He's this weaselly little guy with,
Yeah.
I guess, skinny muscles with a freaking ponytail. Looks dumb as shit. Like he's staring like into the abyss all the time. Just like a blank stare on his face, like with nothing between his ears. It what?
He says the dumbest shit. He said the reason Megan is hurt is because he's talking to other women, but she shouldn't focus on that. What do you mean?
He's so fucking dumb. He speaks, it makes no sense. And people are just letting him say stuff that makes no sense. And no one's telling this guy, you're a dumbass. You're making no sense.
Yeah, they're just sending him money.
Oh, so the woman wants to know if he's gonna go see her in Miami, and he tells her that he can't wait because he wants to see what she looks like in her bathing suit. Oh, come on.
Him trying to flirt makes me nauseous. It makes me
Oh,
nauseated.
you might have already mentioned the bathing suit, but I think we could go over it again because it was so fucking awful.
He's ugh. He says he feels like him and Megan will always come back together, but that at the moment he isn't into trying to be in a relationship with anyone that's trying to invade his business.
Oh my God. Yes, because he should be able to do whatever he wants behind whoever he's with's back, and it should be just be all fine. He can just be a piece of shit, and they just have to go, oh, I don't care. What? You do whatever you want.
And then he tells us that once he sees a flaw in someone, he loses interest real quick.
Oh, yeah, like cheating, he says. Oh, but you're allowed to cheat, right? So and then he tells this woman in the creepy monotone voice to send him, you go send me pictures.
Ugh. And then he said, when Aretha Franklin said, "What's love got to do with it?" Excuse me, when who said what?
I was like, this fucking dummy. He doesn't even know who the hell Tina Turner is.
Oh my goodness.
Aretha Franklin. He's trying to sound smart and make a quote, and he has the wrong singer.
Are you surprised?
No, but proving that we're correct, that he's just a fucking dummy.
So he says he's trying to embrace everything, but when the producer asks him who he's talking to on the phone, he says, "It's just something I'm working on."
Yeah, another paycheck.
Right? Who is your VIP for this week?
But it's going to be Angela's sister, Donna Faye, for telling it like it is, even though that she knows Angela is not going to listen, but she still keeps trying.
Love me some Donna Faye. That's who I chose too. And your POS?
Michael, for being a dumbass cheater and not knowing who the fuck Tina Turner is.
Same. Hey, we matched up again this week. So that's about it for this week's episode. If you enjoyed the podcast, head over to Apple or Spotify to rate and review. If you'd like to continue the conversation, join our group on Facebook at Love After Lockup, Locked Down. Listen every Wednesday wherever you find your podcasts, and keep those notifications on to be the first to catch bonus episodes.
And in the meantime, don't fall in love.
And don't get locked up.
First date at Walmart, keeping it low. Told a clerk, don't judge me, I'm on parole. I brought roses, okay, 1 rose from a gas station. She said, "Aw, babe, now that's validation. We be vibing in a halfway suite. Microwave dinners, romance elite. She my ride or die, she brought me a phone, even snuck it in once. Pre-release song. She hold me down like a key-o with charm, except she don't mace me or twist my arm. We write vows in Sharpie on my court docs. Judge said no contact, but we beat the clocks. Love after lockup, cuffed and proud. Matching jumpsuits, now we rockin' the crowd. She said, "Don't mess up," I said, "Bet." Now we're TikTok stars with no regrets. So here's the love and second chance thrill. From a concrete bed to Netflix and chill. They said don't catch feelings, but I caught a case of butterflies, girl, not just in one place. Ankle monitor beep. Oops, curfew gotta bounce.